Hey guys, Elderfall 101 here, back with another tier list. Today we're gonna do Skyrim skill trees. So let me let the record straight before I make this, okay? It's not gonna be like, oh, which one's the most overpowered. I'm just gonna say which one's as my personal opinion, which one I like and I prefer, okay? You might be a master alchemist, but I just don't like alchemy, okay? So that's why we're gonna start with alchemy. Okay, granted I'll give it to you. You can make it really overpowered, but I can never understand alchemy. So it's getting a C tier for me, okay? Alteration. This is gonna be another probably hot take. Alteration. Barely ever use it, okay? There's like a couple cool alteration spells, but I feel like they still it's a C tier or a D tier, okay? Now let's do the first one, okay? Archery. I have archery is definitely an S tier, and most people will be an S tier. And I feel like you can't go wrong with archery. It's such a just good skill tree. And heck, even some of the perks inside of it are good. And let the record show too. When I'm doing this, I'm not gonna talk mainly about the perks inside of it because some of them have amazing perks. Some of the higher level enchanting perks would automatically make it S tier, you know. But we're not gonna look at it just at the perks. We're gonna look at it as all of it as a whole. And as a whole, I feel like archery is S tier. Archery is fun in the game. Stealth archers is one of the most overpowered classes of the game. You can't tell me you don't like the bows in Skyrim, okay? I'm sorry, but the bow is S tier for me. Now block. Block's a B tier. Block B, you know, feel me? I feel like I rarely use block, and it's a very forgettable skill tree in my opinion. But I just did a playthrough recently where I do just melee, and actually blocking can be pretty useful. When I first started playing the game, I never utilized blocking, but now as I'm older, I kind of understand the importance of it. So I feel like it's a very good one. Okay, now we're going to my favorite skill tree in the game. I love conjuration, but I don't think it's quite S tier, okay? I feel like most magic ones aren't going to be S tier because most of the perks are oh, make master spells cost half as much, and you can only really utilize that if you're a mage build. But conjuration though, I love conjuration. If this was just based off weapons and skills I use on the daily in Skyrim, I'd put conjuration in S tier. Just being able to summon a ally with you. You could have your follower and then another ally. That's just broken, okay? But maybe you're a loner and don't want that. But okay, I'm just saying. Conjuration to me would be an A tier. I mean an S tier. But I'm probably gonna put it at A tier just for now, okay? And now we got destruction. Destruction is an S tier. Everything I said about conjuration, but it's S tier. You get to shoot fireballs, you get to shoot ice. There's so many spells that it's the I don't know how to say. It's the standard, the standard. This is the standard. This is what a magic skill tree should be, and that's what destruction is to me. Okay, enchanting's gonna be an A tier for me. I feel like it's kind of obvious. It gets really powerful in the end. If you use enchanting to the best of your abilities, it can be really good. Now, granted, if you're people who already use weapons Daedric weapons that already have enchantments on it, or armor sets that already have enchantments on it, like the Nightingale armor, you're not going to get much use out of this. But if you're not using any of that stuff, you can make armor better than any other armor using the enchanting. And if you mix that with alchemy and you can make really, really powerful enchanting stuff. I'm sorry that the logos on these are so dim. I don't know, I just found this on the internet. Heavy armor, most of the time when I play, I'm a warrior class. I tend to use heavy armor. I feel like there's more heavy armor class armors than light armor. I don't know. Don't check me on that. But actually, there's 500. There's 50 heavy armor and 60 light armor. No, don't give me the statistics, okay? But to me, heavy armor is such a just good one. All the perks in it just makes your armor better. And I mainly use heavy armor, and it's one of those ones where you don't even have to go out of your way to level it up, you know? You're just gonna automatically level it up through playing the game. So I feel like it's an S tier to me. And that's what that's said with some of these that can't be said with all these. Like, if you want to go out of your way to level up conjuration, archery, alchemy, you have to go and do that stuff. Even though there are like glitches to do some, like the conjuration, like soul trap glitch, and like blocking, just keep on hitting somebody. Like, yeah, there's like there's loopholes to it, but heavy armor to me is probably the easiest one to level up to max because you're just playing the game, and anytime someone hits you, it can level up. You know. And now we have illusion, I think. I don't want to like say it wrong, you know. I'm pretty sure it's illusion. Yeah, it's illusion. Illusion, I feel like in my opinion it's better than alteration. I like a lot of the more illusion magic. And there's one of those glitches where I think you could use the muffle spell. I'm pretty sure that's an illusion spell. If not, then y'all can yell at me in the comments. Where you can basically level up to max like super easy. So it's one of those other ones like heavy armor that it could be easily leveled up really, really quick. So it's good for that. So if you want to get a high level pretty quick, this one in conjuration you can basically level up all the way to max like pretty quickly. Like an hour you could probably level up both of these to max, which I appreciate about them. So if you don't play like that, you don't play like that. But sometimes when I play, I want to be overpowered. So those two. Light armor. It's an A tier. I use light armor sometimes. A lot of like armor sets in the game are light armor, but like sometimes I'm not always using light armor. But I feel like I use heavy armor more than I use light armor. That's why I'm putting light armor in A. But it's like everything I said about heavy armor qualifies for light armor. Lock picking is an S tier. I lose lock picking all the time in the game. Making it easier to lock pick, just perfect. Now, even though lock picking in general is not that hard, you know, it's just nice though, like making it easier. So I feel like everyone will understand that's why it's an S tier. One-handed, one-handed could definitely be S tier, but I'm probably gonna put it at the top of A tier because a lot of weapons in the game are one-handed. There's probably more one-handed weapons in the game than bows and more destruction spells. So technically, it should probably be S if I had to say that. But not everybody uses melee, you know? Some people are mages, which I get, yeah, some people don't always use bows and destruction, but bows I feel like are a must, you know? There's a conjuration spell that literally gives you a bow, so it's a must, you know? Like conjuration, I mean, bow, I'm not moving out of S tier. And same with destruction. It's just, should one-handed go in S tier or not? Is what I'm debating. I'm going to say no for now. But, yeah. Pickpocketing. I don't think ever in the game, like, I willingly pickpocket. Unless it's something for, like, the Thieves Guild. Or it's like, oh, can you pickpocket this item for somebody? But yeah, I don't think I've ever, like, if you go to my Skyrim stats, my pickpocketing is probably one of the lowest stats I have. Yeah, literally, I just looked at my stats right now. My pickpocketing is level 21. In my main, not my main account, but my most recent playthrough, it's 21. I don't use it. The only other one that's 21 is alchemy. as alchemy is in C tier with pickpocketing. I get the, like, some quests you need to pickpocket, but, like, I just don't see the point. Like, I don't pickpocket a lot, okay? Restoration. As a skill, it's like a B tier. Being able to heal yourself is really peak, but then you also have healing potions. Which, restoration is good, but you also have to have high magic to, like, suffice. And you have the wards. I don't think I ever really used the wards. Because if I just saw restoration as healing, it would be an A tier. But you also got to classify wards as it and stuff like that. Because there's also other spells in the restoration skill tree. So, I don't know. Restoration. I don't know. It's a B tier to me. Blacksmith. It's one of the easiest ways to level up in the game. You make golden rings, and then you can enchant them to level up your enchanting, and then sell them, and which increases your speech. It's really good. But besides that, you can pretty much get any armor set you want through just fighting and killing things. Now, granted, if you want to build up your armor and be like, oh, I built this myself, it's cool. But I don't think it's out of B tier cool, you know? Sneak's an A. Midway through A. Like, Stealth archers really hot. Like, you use stealth a lot in the game, like the assassins, the thieves guild, stuff like that. And, you know, like sneak is one of those ones that universally kind of good. Even if you don't use like sneak attacks, you probably found yourself sometime in the game crouching and trying to sneak past somebody. So sneak's like a good, just well-rounded 8. You know, speech. I always like. I just realized this, and it's gonna sound so stupid. It's two people talking to each other. I always thought it was something like this shape was something. I thought it was like a bottle, but nope. I'm stupid. It's two people talking to each other. Just because of that D tier. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'm putting alchemy in D tier. No, I'm just kidding. Pickpocketing in D tier. I'm sorry, guys. If you're a pickpocket person, I don't care. The only reason why I would use pickpocketing is when a quest requires it. Speech. It's so B tier. Like, yeah. Like, in other games, like Fallout, speech is a lot more important, I would like say. But in, like, Skyrim, to me, it's like, what with merchants, that's about it. So it's like a B tier. Two-handed. I'm going to say the same thing about one-handed and archery. It's a very good weapon class, but I feel like I use more one-handed and archery than I do two-handed. So two-handed is going in B. Not saying that's bad. That's what, like, one thing. These aren't saying they're bad. It's just, these are the levels that I see them as useful. You know? Like, when I'm playing Sky, like, if I hopped on Skyrim right now, these are the skills that I mainly use when I'm playing. So I'm using archery, like, destruction, I'm wearing heavy armor, you know? I'm picking locks, okay? I got one-handed, I'm using one-handed weapons. That's just how my mind's working right now. Like, there's many factors in this. So I don't want y'all to be like, oh, well, actually, alchemy is the strongest. Well, like, yeah, it's strong, but I don't use it, okay? That's why it's C tier for me. Somebody's like, actually, pickpocketing is really useful. No. Well, it could be. I just don't use it, okay? This is like the level of how often I use these skills. That's the best way to describe it. And how, like, overpowered they can be. So, overpowered is a factor in this. So, just take that with, like, a grain of salt. And this is my opinion. So, thank you guys for watching. This was my skill tree tier list. I know it was a little bit all over the place, but that's just how it is on this channel. So, my name's been Elderfall 101, and I will see you all later. Bye.